Damn fucking right. I'm gonna squeeze one more in here.
Okay,
Productivity for TI users. Hey, I've watched your productivity do more less often video, and it makes sense of it. It also seems very TE. So here we go. Watch this.
hate that
We got a lot of these. Watch this.
Yeah.
The whole point of Cal Newport's book is deep work is quite contradictory to this. So TI, Cal Newport. You get done more by working long stretches of uninterrupted time, which sounds very TI and very much I resonate with that.
Of course.
So could you perhaps do a productivity video for TI users or to reconcile this contradiction? Okay, so first of all, we don't buy your fucking bullshit of
I hate
TI versus
questions like
TE.
this.
I know. So I have these completely off guesses that anyways I'm going to build this fake logic and now ready shit go answer that. How about I knock that whole fucking pile of shit away and say no. That's not TI versus TE. Cal fucking Newport, by the time he's 55, is going to really hate sitting down and writing back 20,000 people and NFing them in the email. And he's not going to sit there and do his deep work quietly and do it for 10 fucking hours because it's his fucking passion.
I know.
Cal goddamn Newport is also going to have the same fucking life as you and me and everybody who's TI, TE, and this function and that function bullshit.
I know.
And is not going to fucking feel like it. So the contradiction is there's no contradictions.
There's no contradiction.
There's going to be times in life where it's like, man, I'm in my passion, I'm in the zone. I get the ball here, I get to use my savior function. Fucking go all in.
Yeah, and I would say absolutely. There's many times where you and I do a lot of deep work and we go all in.
Damn right.
Yeah,
damn right. It's the best.
It's not all or nothing.
It's the fucking best. Whenever the universe can set you a thing where it's like, hey, you get 18 hours.
To do only your saviors.
Fucking A, that's great.
Yes.
And now I'm going to grab Cal Newport's book and I'm going to maximize that, and then the universe is going to come take that shit away later.
It's really about your fucking goals. Stop trying to make this about your damn saviors. Nobody gives a shit about which saviors you are using to get the goal.
Right.
If you have a goal of do deep work for 10 hours straight, then it doesn't matter what functions you have. That's going to be hard for anyone.
Right.
I don't care if you have TI or fuck you or this or that. Like, I don't give a shit. If that's what the goal requires, then that's going to be what it requires. Hold on. What if the goal is, hey, have a nice, silly, happy, stupid time with your family and make sure that you are giving emotionally to your family? What if that was the goal today? Hey, deep work might not be the answer, No shit. Like,
right.
It's about the goals, not... Can I just have an excuse to use my saviors all the time on crack cocaine?
That's what everyone's trying to maneuver.
I know.
How can I? That's the problem.
How can I only do my saviors all the time and get away with it?
That's
Fuck
what everybody is trying to maneuver. If we can get
Yeah.
to the bottom line, everyone's trying to maneuver exactly because that's how we're designed. That's
I
how
know.
the human species. I'm the carpenter ant. You're the flying ant. Let's make a deal. I'll do my savers. You do your savers. What's the fucking problem?
Right.
Well, you live too long. Eventually, you're gonna have to do your demons.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna want to do fucking 12 hours of deep work bliss bullshit. You're gonna have to space that shit out.
You'll get
you're-
eventually punished for that.
You're
and that
going to have to use
hurts.
something beyond just the default urges.
Yeah.
The default grunts. You're going to have to use goals and discipline and chip away and
yeah.
systems and little bits at a time
Yeah.
to get through those areas that you don't want to fucking do. So that's
Yeah.
what it comes back around. And then the worst news is the more you kind of grow up, you do more and more of not just your savers. Because what is the point of growing? Like, you start with 2 functions. Great, you mastered those, but you fuck everything else up. Now you're
Right.
managing 8. So 6 out of 8 functions are going to fucking suck. But if you want to be the grown-up, you are managing 8 fucking functions.
I know.
So it's going to suck most of the goddamn day.
I wish I could just consume all day. God, if I could see, the older you get, the more conscious you get, and you fucking get punished for that stupid shit, and the world does not let you just park on the side of the road and just
Yeah.
only do your savers only. And like, honestly, you get to the point where when you conquer your demons, that emotion is so much greater than the in the moment, oh my God, I get to do my saviors all day. Like, conquering your demons is the greatest, most emotional high you could ever have. And once you get one taste of that, you're like, how do I do that again? I got to do that again because that makes me free.
How do you integrate deep work into your life? What are different scheduling strategies that you would recommend just at a high level?
Yeah.
What are different ideas there?
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of time blocking. I mean, I find that's much more effective. Now, once you're doing this, once you're in a discipline of time blocking, it's much easier to actually see this is where I want, for example, the deep work. And I can get a handle on the other things that need to happen and find better places to fit them so I can prioritize this. And you're going to get a lot more of that done than if it's just going through your day and saying, what's next?
A schedule every single day kind of thing. So it's like try to do in the morning to try to have a plan.
Yeah. So, I do a quarterly, weekly, daily planning. So at the semester or quarterly level, I have a big picture vision for what I'm trying to get done, during the fall, let's say, or during the winter. Like there's a deadline coming up for academic papers at the end of the season. Here's what I'm working on. I want to have this many chapters done of a book, something like this. Like you have the big picture vision of what you want to get done. Then weekly, you look at that and then you look at your week and you put together a plan for like, okay, what's my week going to look like? What do I need to do? How am I going to make progress on these things? Maybe I need to do an hour every morning, or I see that Monday is my only really empty day. So that's going to be the day that I really need to nail on writing or something like this. And then every day you look at your weekly plan and only block off the actual hours. So you do that 3 scales, the quarterly down to weekly down to daily.
And we're talking about actual times of day versus, so the alternative is no Zoom meetings. I find that's one of the worst tragedies of the pandemic. But the negative is like, it seems like people have multiplied the number of meetings because they're so easy to schedule. Yeah. And there's nothing more draining to me intellectually, philosophically, just my spirit is destroyed by even a 10-minute Zoom meeting. Like, what are we doing here?
What's the meaning of life?
Yeah, every Zoom meeting I have an existential crisis. So
Kierkegaard with an internet connection.
So what the hell are we talking about?